Hi, my name is Silas Smith, and my speech today is going to be about why Ford is better than Chevy. So first on the agenda, Ford's logo. Ford's logo is iconic, historical, and honestly it looks good on any color. And it has a they have catchy catchphrases like first on race day, whereas Chevy has no catchphrases. Chevy literally ripped another logo out of a newspaper and used it as their own. Oh, and the let suffix in Chevrolet is French and means small. Commercials. Chevy fans, how does it feel to have the most hated spokesperson of all time compare your truck to an emoji? Like seriously, who does that? And I'm sure those aluminum bashing ads won't come back and haunt you when Chevy's completed the switch to aluminum. Ford has some insanely cleverly animated videos. Case closed. Speaking of aluminum, Ford hopped on the all-aluminum diet and lost hundreds of pounds from its frame, causing other brands to run and catch up. Chevy's aluminum bashing ads reeked of insecurity, and then quietly announced that they too would be switching over to the lighter metal, and that they're just not there yet. As far as hauling goes, the F-150 can haul over 1,000 pounds more than the Silverado. That's one moose, 2 motorcycles, 4 pianos, 5.3 people, 200 bricks, 100 bowling balls, or 453,592 nails. As far as the engine goes, Ford offers 5 engines. Chevy is limited to 4. Try the Ford Raptor's 3.5 liter engine. If 450 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque are your kind of thing. Even Chevy's best engine doesn't come close. As far as the interior goes, the F-150's interior has plenty of legroom and soft, high-quality materials throughout. The Silverado's interior is nice too, but it has that glaring bow tie in the middle of the steering wheel, constantly reminding you of the poor choices you have made. Cargo space. Ford's bed is 2 inches bigger, which might not seem like much until you're trying to carry something that is, 2 inches bigger. Ford also has a whole slew of cool options, like the box-link tie-down system. Size matters. Quick, who founded Chevy? Oh, you don't know? That's because no one knows. But everyone knows that Henry Ford was the founding father of the Ford Motor Company. And Ford remains in the family today, more than a century later. In fact, Ford is the 5th largest family-owned company in the world, behind only Walmart, Volkswagen, Berkshire Hathaway, and Exor, an Italian investment company. Live long and prosper. In a study of the toughest trucks and SUVs, the Ford F-150 came in first place. And in a study of the longest lasting cars that involved over 30 million used cars, the Ford Taurus came in 7th place, while no Chevy models cracked the top 10. But both Ford and Chevy are well known for 2 types of vehicles, pickup trucks and muscle cars. And one way to settle the score between Ford and Chevy is to simply look at which one of the 2 are being bought more often by consumers. Among pickups, the number of Ford F-150s sold in 2015 trumped that of the Chevy Silverado. And in the muscle car segment of the 2 manufacturers, the Ford Mustang has beaten out the Chevy Camaro in total sales in 31 of the 41 years they have competed against each other. The facts suggested that whether it be a pickup truck or a muscle car, consumers choose Ford more often than Chevy. Safety. Both the F-150 and the Silverado have earned 5 stars overall from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. But Ford has a slight edge in safety from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, the safest pickup truck on the road is the Ford F-150. The popular Ford model was the only truck to register a top safety rating in the difficult and the difficult crash tests. Meanwhile, the Chevy Silverado, the foundation of the Chevy pickup truck fleet, had relatively poor ratings in the same tests. Fuel efficiency. Let the numbers do the talking. F-150, 26 miles per gallon on the highway, 19 miles per gallon in the city. Whereas the Silverado only gets 24 miles per gallon on the highway and 18 miles per gallon city. Off-road, 2 words, Ford Raptor. The Ford Raptor has the best ratings and off-road capabilities, whereas the Chevy Colorado is third in the ratings behind the Dodge Rebel. Critics, most of them seem to agree. Don't take my word for it, critics everywhere routinely choose Ford over Chevy when it comes to trucks. Okay, I might have been a little biased, and maybe I got a little carried away. Both Ford and Chevy make great trucks. I just like one better than the other.